Hello everyone! Today we are going to learn some very unusual, extraordinary information together. There is a habit that everyone on Earth loves, but if a person gives it up for 7 days, they will die. This habit is sleep. Actually, why do people need sleep? Do you know what sleep does for us? Let's take a look at it from the beginning.
Sleep is not rest, but the cleaning shift of the brain and body. Sleep has essentially 4 main benefits for the organism. 1. Repair of cells and tissues. 2. Energy conservation. 3. Strengthening the immune system. 4. Brain and memory function.
Based on the 4 functions mentioned above, let's take a look at what happens if a person doesn't sleep for 7 days. Day 1 of sleep deprivation. On the first day of sleep deprivation, that is, after 24 hours without sleep, according to the U.S. Health Agency, its effects are equivalent to a blood alcohol concentration of 0.10%, which is even higher than the legal limit for driving in the U.S. The brain's analysis time is lengthened by 2 to 3 times. Attention becomes scattered. The phenomenon of, I see it with my eyes, but my brain doesn't fully grasp it, increases. Memory? New information does not stay in short-term memory. What you studied in the morning is quickly forgotten. Day 2 of sleep deprivation. On this day, attention, working memory, and logical thinking decline by 30 to 40%. A person performs even simple math slowly. The brain shuts down unnecessary connections to save energy. The eyes do not focus clearly on a single point. They become blurry, and sometimes things appear double. Between 2 nerve cells, there is a very short pathway through which information is exchanged more quickly. When sleep is restricted, data begins to travel through longer pathways. Immune system. As early as 24 hours, the level of the cytokine protein IL-1 beta in the blood rises. By 48 hours, this becomes even more stable. An increase in the IL-1 beta protein signals sleep time. If this state persists for a long time, it triggers chronic inflammation. At the same time, the activity of the body's natural defender cells, leukocytes, decreases. Day 3 of sleep deprivation. After 72 hours without sleep, the brain and body exit emergency mode and enter a state resembling a psychiatric disorder. Between 48 and 90 hours of sleeplessness, complex hallucinations and thought disorders appear. On average, after 72 hours, delusions occur. The sensory organs begin to suffer damage. Vision, 90% impaired. Skin, tactile sensation, somatosensory, 52% impaired. Hearing, 33% impaired. Moving shadows begin to be seen on the walls. Objects appear bent and wavy. Flashes of light and colored spots appear. On the skin, a sensation of ants crawling is felt. In the auditory organs, whispering sounds. Days 4 to 5 without sleep is a state where the organs begin to become destroyed. While in the first 3 days the brain loses its mind, now the body's cleansing, filtration, and metabolic systems start to fail. Under normal conditions, the brain's interstitial fluid expands by 60% and washes away toxins between neurons. If a person does not sleep for 4 to 5 days, the flow of interstitial fluid stops and metabolites accumulate. The protein amyloid beta deposits in the hippocampus. After acute sleep deprivation, inflammation in the liver and impaired glycogen synthesis have been observed. In chronic cases, it can progress to fibrosis. In the kidneys, blood levels of excess blood urea nitrogen, or BUN, and creatinine rise. These are waste products. On day 4, the person experiences various symptoms, such as edema, swelling, headache, and darkening of urine color. In the pancreas, amylase and carbohydrate metabolism are disrupted. Cortisol and adrenaline accelerate pancreatic activity. Amylase is released into the blood, and insulin receptor sensitivity drops by 30 to 40%. Meanwhile, the liver increases gluconeogenesis. The result is fluctuating blood sugar levels. The person becomes extremely hungry for sweets, but the cells cannot take up glucose. This is an acute model of type 2 diabetes mellitus, a problem many people are currently facing. The immune system now begins to attack not viruses, but the body's own tissues, and blood vessels become inflamed.
Day 6 to 7 of sleep deprivation.
The logic, planning, and inhibition centers of the brain go almost completely offline due to lack of glucose and oxygen. The amygdala becomes over 60% more active, which amplifies the signals for fear and anger. As a result, for the person, 5 minutes can feel like 5 hours. They may feel as if they are observing themselves from the outside, a condition known in science as depersonalization. They may even react aggressively to a simple word like threat. Body temperature drops to 35.5 to 36 degrees Celsius, 95.9 to 96.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The body begins to obtain energy not from fat, but from muscle protein, leading to a possible weight loss of 5 to 7 kilograms, 11 to 15 pounds, primarily due to loss of muscle mass. Blood levels of lactate dehydrogenase, LDH, rise. LDH is an enzyme normally found inside cells. When muscle or liver cells begin to break down, it leaks into the blood.
This is a biochemical sign that the body is consuming itself. Day 7 is considered the point of no return. At this stage, the brain no longer wants sleep. It is forced into microsleep. A person may turn off for 5 to 10 seconds while standing upright and is unable to distinguish hallucinations from dreams. This condition is scientifically known as wakeful dreaming.
Dear friends, if you liked this video, we would be very happy. To prepare this video, we pressed thousands of buttons. Now you can press just one subscribe button for us. Thank you.